So we're cocked, locked, and ready to rock?
That's right.
Alright. Hey folks, this is Bobo-the-Vulture.
And I'm Zerfall.
And we're cocked, locked, and ready to rock. As I may have mentioned, for this, let's play together, even though it's a one-player game, Uncharted Waters 2, New Horizons, Otto Baines' story. Is it actually technically 2, or is it just subtitle expansion?
Well, the game improves upon it a whole lot, so it seems like they actually...
Yeah, it's like the difference between Aerobiz and Aerobiz Supersonic. Like, they both deal with the same thing.
Oh, I don't even know. I think it's even larger of an improvement compared to those two.
Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I guess I'm more intimately familiar with the Aerobiz world than I am with Uncharted Waters, but, man.
I think the original one, when you go to town, you don't even get to walk around the port.
Oh, it's just a menu comes up and is like, hey, you want to go to a store or not?
Yeah, I think so. It's like that on the PC anyways. My original playing of this game was always done on a PC. It had...
mine was 2, but shh, don't tell anybody, but it was very similar to the manner that I'm doing it right now.
All I know is the original DOS version of the game I rented from a Jumbo Video back... way back in the day, and after you installed it, you didn't have to uninstall it if you didn't have the disc. So I rented it once, and
you were some place where you could rent DOS games?
Yeah, it didn't last that long because oftentimes you didn't have to continue having the discs, so they would rent to every one of their customers once, and then they would beat the game.
That's
now
still amazing.
Piracy wasn't nearly as rampant from that because, you know, your hard disk was only 360 megabytes, and you were like, damn, this game takes up 50 of those megabytes.
Stuff. Yeah. So, I guess if you had a Commodore 64, though, if you had the tape drive, you would have been set. You could rent your Commodore 64 cassette, just get your boombox with double dubbing, and just go to town.
I had 3 legitimate Commodore 64 games, and we had disk drives. Like, they had all the cracked programs and everything back then, too.
Yeah.
So, it was a pretty big problem for the system. It was super successful still, up to a point. But, I'm pretty sure Commodore made all their money on hardware, not software.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine. Okay, so we were briefly discussing before we came back online. By the way, folks, it's been maybe 2 weeks... 3 even? No, I think 2 weeks since
It's been 2 weeks.
It's been 2 weeks since we played the game. Because we had an aborted attempt at trying to Let's Play Together Skate or Die.
Yeah, that was a sad thing.
Unfortunate multiplayer Kyera problems. Although I guess it wasn't Kyera's fault, it was the
yeah, apparently it's the ROM doesn't work that well. Even if it's loaded onto original Commodore hardware, it still has all kinds of bugs.
Yeah. So, not to get off on a tangent, but we were sort of pre-gaming here because it had been a while. It's been a while. But we were talking about how last time we gotten an order to sink the Spanish Armada or whatever.
And I believe if you check the journal, we served them a crushing defeat.
Yeah, no, well, you should check the journal. I totally haven't done that yet. On camera, anyways. So yeah, after sailing for 12 days, we arrived in Ceuta. And our fleet had a battle with Spanish warship and served them a crushing defeat.
There was more than one warship there. I don't think Otto has the most accurate
No,
journal.
We only had a battle with one. There was a whole fleet, but we just went up to the one ship and fought the one guy.
Yeah. And everyone just gave up.
Yes, that's the way things should go. So yeah, folks, in case you hadn't seen my previous LP, it's a little log. I can tell you what you have done most recently. So, oh yeah, we didn't have a battle with a Spanish warship before that, did we?
Yeah, because it was I think it was the one where the other guy showed up, and we said let's take him on, and then he just gave up.
Yeah, the plot battle. I think that's what that was referring to.
Oh yeah, that's the plot battle. Yep.
Yeah. Because the Spanish merchant ship is the one that we, fought and they gave up. and then I think we did that one more time. But anyway, so we've defeated a Spanish war fleet. You think the king will be pleased enough with that?
Impressed. I think he'll be amused. He's not like those queens.
Oh, okay.
They're never amused.
That's true. They are not amused. Oh, that's right. We are full up of
we have
food.
so much food, we can't have any water. We should actually dump some out.
I'm gonna try and sail for. Ooh, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna repeat that phrase multiple times, and then I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go to assign rations.
Should I turn water down a bit?
You guys can have 70% water and 100% food. That's okay. So they'll still like run out of food after like 1 or 2 days, but hopefully we'll be able to go a small distance.
Oh, we don't even have enough to leave port.
No, come on.
We have less than, I think, a few days.
Here, let's be on. Well, okay. Let's dump out this. What do we have? All right. I guess I do have to.
You actually have to go to the transfer and pretend like you're going to transfer it and then just walk away.
And they'll pretend that we're dead. All right, let's go to transfer here. Get the gunpowder. Get rid of all that gunpowder. And I guess we'll go ahead and get rid of like 50 more food.
Yep.
See if 100 water isn't enough to get us set to go. Wait there, we be shoving off? Well, let me supply first. 100 barrels of water will be loaded. Sure, man. Wait there, maybe we be shoving off? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's totally cast off.
Maybe we can actually get out of here now.
We're sailing like a robot. Up.
No, we're not. Robots can't sail on angles.
That's true. Yeah, another Spanish battle fleet.
We might as well give it a try.
Wait, these are Flemish galleons. Aren't they even better?
Well, they're either that or they're sick. Hopefully
Ooh, this guy's way more experienced, though.
Yeah.
We may be biting off more than we can chew here.
Well, we have saved recently, so it's not the worst thing that could happen.
That's true.
Plus, you'll probably have water we can steal.
Oh, yeah. Give me your water. Stop your ship or we'll attack.
You're pretty brave to challenge us.
You know, you're right. He actually has a sword and a shield there, so if that actually turns out to be representative of how his fleet is set up.
Now, we're going to be able to get to him very quickly. Depends on which way the wind's going.
The answer is no, Pokey.
Oh, well, we'll see what happens. Oh, he seems to be coming into our path. Hopefully we don't get blocked off by this jerk.
Yeah, no,
we're attacking him, and they're just defending themselves, so clearly they're the jerks.
Yes.
Oh, the wind is very bad, indeed.
I guess I'm gonna keep... Should I start angling over, or keep hitting straight down?
I would go probably down and then over one.
Over one? Yeah, right there. Cast my sails in that direction.
Oh, you didn't challenge us.
We actually have more crew dedicated
Oh, they
to
just
fighting.
they just took out that ship up there. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, no, my guys did. We have way more people dedicated to fighting on our ships.
So as long as we can keep from being too surrounded, we could actually try to order oh yeah, they're gonna take those guys out too. Oh no, they only... That one ship must have very few set to combat because they... Perhaps it wasn't full before.
Oh, everybody attack.
We want them to condense, not spread. Gather. Condense is clearly a word used in combat all the time. I need you guys to condense over there.
Fight. Okay, yeah.
So that's the major one. If you go to individual, you can actually tell them all to go after the flagship.
Let's do that. Hey, you attack.
Yeah, rush.
Rush. Select your target. Select this target. Yeah, alright. Now, let's give orders to this ship.
Our number one.
Number one. Attack rush delegate. Enemy flagship. Yeah.
Yeah, we're good to go.
And I suppose I can move just to set my sails in the right way.
Yeah. I'm gonna assume that way is better.
Okay. I will challenge the Commodore to a duel, because I've got good equipment. I'm hoping that overcomes.
Now we've got equal armor, but our sword is a little bit better.
Alright. Is this worth save scumming?
Depends on if you want to have to walk very far if we have to load.
I suppose, yeah. We might just end up going and kicking rocks. What is this sword good for? It's a slashy sword.
It is.
But I bet if we did some lashing with it, it would still be okay.
I think so.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. Super strong lash. Whoa!
Oh, he dodged right into that one.
Nice. So, speaking of dodge, we've got some high-class dodges and blocks and stuff like that.
Yeah, the only thing I shy away from is parries because you don't get thrusted that often, but then as soon as we don't use one, they're going to thrust, so...
Yeah. Let's go ahead and try
It's
this
really
dodge.
Oh, it just countered us.
Countered us big time.
Maybe we should try the thrust, see if we can throw him off. He doesn't expect it. Why would you thrust with a claymore? It doesn't make sense.
Oh, it's got us back to almost even footing. Damn. I guess we could block?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No, oh, that wasn't so bad.
That was pretty good, yeah. So, He didn't expect the thrust last time. We could go for another one.
Yeah.
Or we could lash. I don't know.
We also have a pretty strong strike there, too.
Oh, yeah. And this is a striking weapon.
He's already dodged twice. What's the chance of him dodging 3 times in a row?
Pretty good.
Maybe, I don't know.
Oh, well, let's see.
No, look at that.
Yeah. Okay. So now
we look like we know what we're doing.
Yeah, super competent. Okay, so we've parried a few times and dodged a few times. We haven't blocked much, but I guess we could use this strong parry and then try the what was this one on the attack side? Lashing?
Block, yeah, block is lash, parry is thrust, and dodge is strike.
So, if we use a actually, why don't I just use this? It's our strongest attack. If we hit with anything palpable at all next turn, it wouldn't have to be a 9.
No.
So yeah, let's just use this as our strongest. Yeah!
Nice.
So
well,
alright.
Well played.
So now, do we thrust him or do we lash him?
I tried the thrust.
I
used a block last time,
I know
so lash might...
I know where your mind's
yeah,
at.
see? Nice. Save scum what? No, we don't need that.
No.
Save scum for what?
Alright, so we defeated the opponent. Alright, we completely destroyed these guys.
Hope you're ready for some ship names.
Oh yeah, because these are Phlegm-ish galleons. They're good ships to keep, right? We might want to sell our actual fools and the rest here, huh?
Well, I'll have to compare them and see which one comes up the best once we have it, because I don't know how many crew members. We really care more about crew members than anything else.
Oh, never mind. Phlegm-ish galleons are not what I was thinking of at all. I was thinking of the galasses. What are they? Yeah, these things are kind of lame.
Well, they're holding just as much men as our current ship.
That's true.
But they don't have very much room for cargo.
Yeah. They've probably been retrofitted to carry mostly dudes. All you dudes. Alright. Let's see. So the Phlegm-ish galleons, they're still going to be better than these galleys. This was their attack fleet? Come on, Spain.
Maybe this guy's on the same mission as us, and it's just like the Spanish version of Sir Gilbert was like, "Oh, here you go. Oh,
I'm only going to give you this half-dozen galleons." He's somewhat more generous, but he's still a dick. I got it. Name the ship. Alright. I may have to rename them later, but I'm thinking I'm going to name this Jack 1.
Jack 2 and Jack 3, Jack 4?
Jack 2, Jack 3, Jack 4, you got it.
That's a lot of Jack.
129. 180, here we go. I thought we had some, you know, that was what I was thinking. Although we don't actually get this crew, do we? We just get our
you get
guys.
A little bit. There's a few guys that are willing to come along.
Oh, I thought it was just that, like, our remaining crew members split up over the captured ships. Alright, so we got this one. Alright, name it. Gonna name you Jack 3.
Yeah, apparently it's a Venetian gale ass that we want.
Yeah, that was the Venetian gale ass, not the Phlegm-ish galleon.
That's one gale ass ship you got there.
Man, that is totally gale assed. And both of those had crew losses, so I'm just going with the flagship because I figure it's got better gear. And I think it still had a higher number of crew. So this is Jack 4. Now, of course, if we keep up at this rate, we're not going to be able to get any... Here, load up with water. Actually, that's what I should do. I should keep all of these ships and try and get them back to England with all of the water that we'll get. In addition to getting us away from this potential pattern of endlessly getting into combat with the Spaniards because we're like right across the port Barcelona, we'll get our crew some good experience.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have that going for us.
And then they'll all be like, "Hey, I got a lot of experience now. Why don't you give me a little bit of money?"
Oh, so you're saying we should keep these guys dumb and happy?
I don't think the game actually has that
level of sophistication.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's end the transfer process. He's like the Spanish derp face. Oh, I met your victory, but sometime I got to match by defeat. Hey, you! Are you Spanish? Oh, okay, Colin. We'll let you get along on your way there. Hail Rule Britannia and all that.
Now you may want to. Well, what's our speed going at right now?
It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
I'm gonna weigh anchor here and pick up, like, try and find a spring.
Hey, nice. You can max out the water now.
Max out all our water. All the water.
We could actually probably put our rations back up higher too once we have all this extra water, because I'm under the impression that you want to have, if you're trying to keep in fighting shape, you want your guys to have max water.
Sure,
if you're just doing trade routes and stuff, you can go ahead and
they could be a little weak.
Yeah, like they're just pulling ropes and stuff. They're not stabbing people.
Actually, while I'm down, I've got wood I can repair. Sure, I'll use a plank of lumber.
Yeah, it was just enough.
And we can fix up the Solaris, too, for free.
Nice.
I should have done that before. Well, I can still search and find the clear spring again.
Get 2 more water.
Yeah, those extra 2 water are going to make all the difference in the world.
No, you never know.
Alright. What is our speed at? That's pretty bad because we're against the...
Right into the wind.
But we can beat it back. This is going surprisingly well. Alright, how far are we now from beloved England? And how are we doing for food for our crew? Catching up on whoever these guys are. If they're Spanish, they're gonna die. They're not Spanish. The Spaniards wouldn't dare show their faces out here. Oh, that is an awesome stash, Chuck. Alright, so...
My favorite's still when they're clearly a pirate ship and Matthew acts like he's telling you a secret.
Psst, by the way, this guy who's a pirate, he's really a pirate. Alright, so... expect to get a lot of levels up when we arrive back here in London. Commodore, we're gonna stop in London. That's okay! Expect it, but when it doesn't happen, don't be too disappointed, because nobody leveled up. What the hell? Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the shipyard. And we're gonna talk to this guy. What brings you to this shipyard? Actually, let me...
Do you know what? I think we have, well, depending on how much food is left, we probably have enough that we don't have to worry about the little bit that we're going to have to rebuy.
Well, first of all, let me see... Randy. This ship, sure, that's okay. Sell it anyway. I didn't want to have to completely empty out 2 ships as a means of comparison to see which one was worth more between the...
I can tell you straight off the bat that the...
Straight up, now tell me.
So the Phlegm-ish galleon, if you buy it new, is worth 34 ingots.
Yeah.
The, what's the other one?
The other ones are galleons.
Just regular galleons? They're worth 60,000 brand new.
Yeah.
It's all that extra rigging they have, I guess.
It's all the Phlegmishness of them. Yeah. Okay. So we need to sell all the Phlegm-ish galleons.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I can rearrange... Well, no, don't scrap anything. Let's go ahead and assign all of the crew from Jack's 1 through 4. Hey, allocate my crew for navigation, baby. Alright, so this isn't the right assign. No, it's transfer. It is transfer. I'm sorry, these... I don't know how people who didn't speak English as a first language knew how to do all the commands on this game. How is this game so popular in Japan? I mean, they're having to make these distinctions between assignment and transfer. How many men are you going to assign to my trip? How dare you? And Jack 4.
Oh, I forgot we had...
You forgot we had Captain Kirk
Kirk
with us. Yeah. Although Captain Kirk, I guess, has blonde hair, but still. 180.
It's gray now.
Oh, and let's see. How many people do we want to assign to the Randy?
Now, apparently, we might be better off assigning, like, a sort of a 3/4 crew to these guys, because we're the ones that are going to be rushing right for the enemy capital flagship.
The capital. No, sure. Okay.
So that way we'll be able to float around a little more, because we'll have a few less mouths to feed. I mean, you might even want to only take off like 20 guys.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to put all these guys on the ship right now to test a theory I have. Because we took all of the guys off of Jack 2, Jack 3, and Jack 4, right?
Yep.
And I'm redistributing them back. And
we have 66 left.
We have 66 left, so there
Plus
you go.
Plus guys died.
What's that?
Plus guys died in battle.
That's true. Guys did die in battle.
So we probably got about 80 guys.
That's... there you go. So these are some dudes.
Although we do have the sort of reminder here that we have to change Solaris so that not everyone is
on navigation.
Too many hands on the steering wheel.
Too many cooks, too many. Yeah, so we gotta get all those guys off of there. So we can dismiss 66 men. Is it okay? Yeah, it's okay. You're telling me that maybe Randy and Solaris don't need to be completely full?
Yeah, I don't think so. I think if you put them to 140, they'll still be not completely decimated if they get attacked in battle, but they'll also eat a little less.
What I do like about having this many guys around, though, is it's for when we do capture this many, because we had enough extra guys after we sort of spread out a little bit.
That's true enough. We're only ever at sea for like 4 or 5 days at a time, sometimes 6.
Yeah. And if we're lucky, we'll always get extra food. Alright, we will dismiss 66 men, sure. That's probably more men than I ever hired in the first place. Maybe not, but maybe. Alright, so let's...
Real quick while you're here, assign the crew.
Oh yeah, well, thanks. My noble mate. Alright, so we've got... Let's see, we need... We determined it was 75.
Oh no, it's way less than 75.
Oh, you're right.
Navigation.
It's like 20, maybe, and 10.
Oh, it's 25.
It was 25. Alright. There we go. That's okay. That was what it was, because you can see the layout of the rest of these guys.
And it looks like we've leveled up enough that we sail a ship at 10 knots now instead of... Or 10 speed units.
10 fasts. Alright. Wait, there's still... Oh, okay, yeah. Let's empty as much as we can off of Jack 1 and Jack 2 and Jack 3.
Well, I don't think we care about emptying ones that are just water.
I may as well just...
This is back in the day when water was so
everywhere.
plentiful, nobody cared.
Yeah. And there was all drops to drink.
Just pour it out into the ocean. But you're mixing it with salt water. We'll get more water.
It's water. What are you talking about? Water's water.
It's not like someone's gonna pay $1.50 for a bottle of this sometime in the near future.
It's not like we're gonna invent dollars. Alright, so let's fill up with as much food as we can. Because food is the thing that costs money, and is the music of the soul, or something.
Hey, we'll probably end up with enough water to not have to fill up when we leave.
Alright, there are items left on the loading area. Is it okay to end the transfer process?
Alright, there's still plenty of items left.
Don't worry, Player One, there's still plenty of cargo left. Alright, so... This video has gone kind of long now, but at this point, you kind of want to sell all the Jack, so that we know how much Jack we've got.
That's true.
So let's sell the Jack. That ship's okay. And we determined that they won't.
Yeah, I don't think he bargains.
They won't.
The items guys do.
They won't.
And you can bargain for buying ships cheaper.
Yeah.
Now we should keep an eye out. Illiterate Scholar. I almost went to get a FAQ on some stuff, and then I was like, I'll just check the comments really quick, and I got another FAQ on the recent video.
Yeah, man.
So we might want to check if there's any used Venetians for sale. Not the people, the ships.
Used Venusians. I'll tell you what, let's see how much money we've got right now. There we go. 23 ingots, so we're still... What, like... Are we 10 ingots or 110 ingots away from...
Well, if you look, it is 10,000. It must be 10,000 per ingot.
Oh, you're right.
So
we're 10 ingots away. If we could sell one more ship, we would have enough money to go get the ultimate armor.
Yeah.
It's tempting.
It's very tempting. Well, we're gonna go talk to the king first. Probably next video, if we're getting a little long.
Yeah, no, that's true. We're getting far enough on. It might be a good time to cut things off for the moment. But hopefully you'll join us next time, because things are going at a fast and furious pace here. We're just knocking over fleets at will. I wasn't even really... we were barely trying.
That was a surprise attack, even for us.
Yeah. It's a surprise attack for all parties involved in the battle. Oh well, join us next time when hopefully the king will be really proud of us, but until then, this is Bobo the Vulture.
And I'm Zerfall.
And this is Let's Play Together, even though it's a one-player game, Uncharted Waters, New Horizons, Otto Baines' story. Thanks very much, and we'll see you then.
Bye now.